Brotha ADX, go ahead.
Oh, good.
Hey, how you guys doing? I just wanted to back Dieter up 100%. The Japanese Americans were incarcerated in an incarcerated situation by force.
World War II.
When the Japanese, after Pearl Harbor was bombed, they were quarantined,
Yes.
and then afterwards were held there for many years, and then eventually released back into the American public, and they were given reparations afterwards. Of course, quarantine also with Katrina. Those were FEMA camps set up, and they had temporary FEMA camps set up for Katrina victims. So there's nothing new about the FEMA camp.
Brotha ADX, so let me ask you a question. So
Sure.
in case of a natural disaster like Hurricane Katrina, you would prefer the government not do anything, set up no camp for people that have had their homes wiped out, correct?
Yeah.
Now, I seem to think you'd be complaining wildly about that. Look, the government hasn't done anything. They hate people, right? So.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying the government hates people. The government will quarantine people if necessary. This is, like I said, just happened in the 40s and the 50s with the Japanese Americans. They can be quarantined. People can be quarantined. They did this in Auschwitz and more so in Poland with the Jews.
Well, there's a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit of a difference between the Japanese during World War II, which, by the way, happens to be a shameful moment in the United States history. And what you just mentioned, Auschwitz, where they had ovens and they were burning Jews to death. Millions, okay? We did not do that to Japanese people here in the United States.
Yeah, but they were quarantined.
Yes, and then they were let go. So, a little bit different.
That's not going to happen in this situation. That's not going to happen in this situation because we're at the end of time. We're at the pinnacle of when God brings his judgment onto America and Europe for their disrespect to the Africans during the 400-year transatlantic slave trade.
So we're at the end. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen with these FEMA camps Dieter is talking about?
Well, we have one set up at Fort Perry, right here, Fort Camp Perry, right outside Ohio. It's right next to a railroad. So it's easy access to get people in and out. They've also got Walmarts set up where the fences are enclosed, where people you would think they would be directed so people cannot get in. No, these are for they're elongated inside, so people cannot get out. This is all online, but I mean, if you're watching
Brotha ADX, I just want to be clear. So you believe in how long until we're all put into FEMA camps?
Whenever, one litmus test is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. If the government decides to lay hands on him, that's when a big change is going to take place. As long as Minister Farrakhan is safe, the United States government is safe. That will is going to make its presence known. God is going to be known, not just a mystery God or anything, or some ghost that a lot of Christians and a lot of Muslims believe in. That physical God is going to make his presence known. And all these FEMA camps.
All right.
It's not the FEMA camps.
Makes sense, yes. All right, thank you, Brotha ADX. Thank you.